But what are the correct procedures of availing these benefits? Because digital is the main reason why just over half of the companies on the Fortune 500 have disappeared since the year 2000. Before going over how to do it the correct way, let's look at some big names who failed due to simply not keeping up with the changing trends of the market. Nokia, a mighty firm, well flourished and known to be the best specifically for its hardware and battery life, was one of the leading mobile firms. It had a stand and prestige of its own, and users were very satisfied with its services and hardware. Nokia was the name that one used to take in amongst the top other brands. If it were all the things, then why did Nokia fail so badly? With the arrival of the internet, other mobile companies started understanding how data, not voice, was the future of communication. Nokia didn't grasp this concept of software and kept focusing on hardware because the management feared to alienate current users if they changed too much. Meanwhile, Apple and Samsung had launched their smartphones which were cost effective and user friendly. When it was a phase going on to build for touchscreen phones and other brands were busy working on it, Nokia was still in the mindset that the touchscreen concept will fail and people will come back to the QWERTY keypad. But this was a huge misconception by Nokia, and the company failed in its assumptions massively. Meanwhile, other companies like Samsung and Apple had taken the space whose concept was liked by the users as well, and a rapid switch was seen to the touchscreen format. Thereafter, when Nokia made up to come back with the existing trend, its entrance was too late via the Windows platform. The operating system of Samsung and Apple was much advanced as compared to Nokia's Symbian operating system. Nokia, however, was unable to get up to these mighty giants and was one of the reasons for the collapse of Nokia's Symbian OS. These were some of the reasons why Nokia failed in smartphones. Now let's come to the three steps using which we can address the challenges your business must be facing. First, employers, regulators, and policymakers must identify and address the challenges that organizations face and which threaten their success. Secondly, the performance required by the finance function to help organizations address those challenges must come in from employees, academic and tuition providers, regulators, and policymakers. And lastly, academic and tuition providers and management accounting practitioners shall bring in the types of skills, competencies, and mindset that finance professionals need to perform at the level required for the organizations to address the challenges they face.